On this week's episode,
Flag on the Play. He's Kevin.
she's Robyn.
And we're the Schwobs. Okay.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the Play.
Y'all knew she was going to do that, right?
Notice he doesn't give it back for throw.
Oh, I know better.
Notice he keeps it. You know why? Because I'd be throwing it at him all episode. We all know it. And if there's one thing he's learned that.
And she would throw it just as I'd start to talk. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never thought of that, did you?
Innocent me.
Right. That would be a flag on the play.
I got the flag back.
Anyway, so the past couple of weeks, this has really been floating around in my head, and not just because it's
Has
football
it been floating?
season. It's been
floating.
around.
Okay.
It's floating. But this has been circling.
Circling.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Circling.
And
Circling.
what causes flags to be thrown on the play?
Well, okay. What causes flags to be thrown on the play? Well, first of all, we have to define what the play is. We aren't playing football.
No, we are not.
Okay. So when we talk about the play, we're talking about our marriages.
We are.
And here's the thing. It can be sometimes simple things can cause a rift. Sometimes it's more complicated. And I don't think it's only, okay, so this one came into mind just a moment ago. Bear with me, because I'm going to do the general stereotype here.
Okay.
Just because it's fun.
And we're all about having fun.
Well, yeah, we are. Your husband comments on how beautiful another woman looks. He hasn't approached her. And
just made a general comment.
And this can go vice versa. Okay. But now you're ticked at him. So here's the flag. It's not him. It's your jealousy and insecurity. Now, if anyone saw me stand up, they would know that I am no size 0. In fact, I'm no size 8. I'm a plus size girl. I am a big girl. I have big bones, even if I didn't have that extra smush. I'm trying to be nice with my words, because if I use a certain word, my husband's going to throw a flag.
Going to throw a flag, yes, I am.
And so I'm trying not to use that word, because I understand he hates it when I call myself a cat.
I love when she's doing this.
Transfer the F and the C. Y'all know, women. You got it. Anyway. I understand that insecurity. I understand hating yourself. Here's the thing, ladies, and this is not, maybe one of these podcasts we can dive into this even more. It is by the grace of God that I no longer feel that way. There's a point in my life where I didn't even love myself, let alone like myself. And God had to show me that He did not make anything that wasn't in His image. It says in the Bible, we were all made in the image of God.
Yeah.
And so that is a play when we are insecure in our marriage, in ourselves, which shows in our marriage. Now, I lucked out. He barely looks at another woman. Seriously, I can count on one hand, how many times he's told me a woman is beautiful. That's not me. Okay? I need my toes and my hands to tell him how many times I thought a man is good looking. But he knows.
I know full well that it's just a comment. I know full well that she's not going to look back 3 times at that same guy.
Okay, so here's a great example.
Okay.
Market Day.
Yes.
We're driving by Market Day downtown in our nice little town, and one of the officers out there, and he's a buff-looking guy. He's got and I'm not a beard person, but he's got a nice kept beard, mustached, and I looked at him and said, "Oh, that's hot. He's hot." And Kevin looked at me and said, "Okay." And we kept on going. Kevin knows it's a comment, and I say this because I think it's important, both male and female, to be secure in who you are and in your marriage. I married him because I love him. Now, here's another flag. I'm no longer in love with you. That's a true statement. We end up, I love you.
Yeah.
And I love things about you. But I know so many things about you that drive me nuts that I'm no longer in love with you. That doesn't mean I get to get out of my marriage. Okay? Marriage is about agape love. It's not about infatuated love, which is why you were married to him in the first place, is because you were infatuated with him. We have infatuated love. Then after our 10 years of torture, the infatuated love went out the window.
Yeah.
But I love him. And there are days I'm in love with him, when he does exactly what I want, how I want, when I want, where I want. So maybe 2 days out of the year.
No, that would be pretty much almost every day, because the dishes get done.
This is true.
A lovely chore that,
Where'd that ugly thing come from?
I don't know, but he's,
Okay. Note time. Note time. Because we're going to have to do a little editing.
It's going to drive you nuts until you spray it.
I got him.
You got it?
He went into the kitchen, but I brought the veg back just in case.
There you go.
Okay. So we were at dishes. Yes, that does. I do love you almost every day for doing the dishes.
Something that you just hate to do.
I do. I hate dishes. I love you for bringing me coffee every morning.
Mm-hmm.
So
that you can stay comfy.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
But what are okay? This is not the. Let me count the ways of how I love Kevin. This is how many times can Kevin annoy me and make me throw the flag. Here's one that this does not happen in my house. Thank you, my mother-in-law. How many women have fallen into the toilet in the middle of the night because their husband hasn't put the seat down on the toilet? That can be a flag.
A major flag.
Because it's happened to be not with you, with my own brother. So it has happened, but just not with you, because he does. He puts a
toilet seat down.
Toilet seat down on a regular basis.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely so. Something simple could be simple and stupid would be things aren't fitting in the dishwasher right, or they're not placed the right way.
Oh, okay. So like you tell me to make sure all the forks and knives are
in the
down
sink. Oh, yes.
In the dishwasher. And I choose to put all the prongs up. You would say that's a flag?
That would be a flag, okay. Yes. Definitely.
See, and here's the thing. Some of you people might go, that's funny, that's stupid, that's not, yes, but you do it over and over again. It gets frustrated and annoying and you just want to strangle the person. I'm not being nice with my wording.
You are. I'm very
Here's
impressed.
another one. Here's another one. Another flag.
Another flag.
Calling your wife a cow.
That is a flag, yes.
Yes.
If you go back in the episodes, you will find this inside story.
So please do, because we're not going to repeat it here. Yes. Yes. Exactly what you're thinking is what we're doing. We're intriguing you. Here's some bigger ones. We talked about, we've had both friends on both sides of this fence. And that's pornography.
Yes.
And infidelity. We've had friends who have stuck it out and fixed their marriage and are thriving. We have one family, friends in particular, she and I were talking and she said to me, she goes, God didn't tell me to leave him. And I'm like, you are a better woman than me, because if that was me, I would have said, God, I don't care.
Fourth and punt.
So, and then we've had friends on the other side that says, I can't trust him anymore.
Yeah.
And I've got to go. Now, these friends we're talking about who she stayed didn't mean she trusted him right away. He had to prove himself, and he used a mediator on many occasions when he had to make phone calls, because part of his job was talking to customers.
And a lot of the times he was talking to the wife.
And so I remember I walked into the room and he'd have his phone on mute. And people would be talking and he goes, I'm on the call. I'm like, gotcha. And I just walk away. So it's a flag.
Here's another flag. Another flag is when one spouse is saying something to better the other spouse, and that individual is not receiving it the way it's meant.
Gee, that sounds very familiar.
That's a huge flag.
Another flag is that same person who's trying to better the person does it with sarcasm, and the other person doesn't get it and gets mad because it's sarcastic. Yes, we're talking from very much experience here, people.
Very much so. How things are perceived can be a huge flag.
And how things are said can be a huge flag.
Majorly.
Here's another one. On different spectrums with child raising.
Mm-hmm.
That can cause a lot of issues in a marriage.
It can. It can.
Or another red flag, thankfully we didn't have to deal with this,
Mm-hmm.
because we have such a perfect child. Not.
We now have that on recording that people will play back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the child using these parents against each other. But mom said I could, but dad said I could. I know I can get away with this if I go to mom. I know dad's going to say no, but mom will say yes. We made an effort at the beginning to go, I need to talk to your mother about that. I need to talk to your father about that. Dad said it was okay. That's great. I'm glad dad said it's okay. I need to go talk to him because I disagree and we're going to rethink this. What?
There was a time where he came to you first for something. I forget what it was. You told him no. He came to me. I didn't know that he had talked to you first.
He pitted us against each other. It was the only time it happened. This is also, I am also the same parent that when my 7-year-old said I'm running away, packed his suitcase and put it by the board and told him bye. This was the look I got.
You even opened the door. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, and we had a therapist of his that came to us and said to you, do this and watch the reaction.
The red flags of children and situations is a whole different ballgame. But let me just say this. I learned early on with my child after his head injury that he is a perceptive child. He was perceptive before the head injury. And he can read a room.
He's an expert at that.
I had to be one step ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I knew how to put out the fires he was putting very quickly. And he said, I dealt with most of it because I was home. And that's another thing. Who's dealing with the children 90% of the time? You know, that can be a red flag because there may be some resentment. He's always at work. He's never home. Right. She's always at work. He's never home. I'm left with taking them to 20,000 places. And people stop all the activities. Yes, I said it. Make one night at home a family night. Kids, husband, wife, dog, cat.
Especially when they're young. Yeah.
Well, okay. I have a 20-year-old. Do you want to know the last time we sat at the table and ate dinner? He's 20. He has his own life. But we tried, it was hard with my job, but we tried at least once a week to sit as a family and eat dinner together.
Yeah.
And I worked on a trampoline park. I was gone during dinner 90% of the time. So it is feasible.
8-10 hour days.
Yeah. So make sure you're not, hugest red flag ever. Give me my flag back. You don't get it. Communication. Their lack of.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are not communicating,
you cannot win the game without communication.
Yeah.
Not a bit.
And not everyone's going to agree with this one, but a red flag can be if you're not in the word and praying. We've mentioned on many episodes that we don't pray together very often. We do pray before we get on this recordings. Our recordings, we always pray before we do a episode. But he'll come to me. How do you feel about XYZ? I don't know. He goes, let's pray about it for a week and then get back to each other. Okay. Are we sitting down every night together and praying? No. I pray about it in my time with God. He prays about it with his time with God.
Mhm.
And he came to me the other day because we're dealing with this situation. He goes, "So, what's your outcome?" I said,
What's God saying?
What's God saying? I'm like, God's not saying anything.
Hmm.
He's not saying no. He's not saying yes. He's just not saying on this particular incident situation. Right. And so he's like, okay, well, I'm going to continue to pray. I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm going to be very unpopular right now.
Go for it.
Another red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And first, I have to say, in honesty, I run the roost around here. I truly do. However, I do submit to my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you're not submitting, and that doesn't mean, yes, master, yes, master, yes, master. Mm-hmm. Kevin came to me the other day. This was a while ago. He hated the provider we had for our internet. And he's like, I'm switching providers. I'm like, we're not talking about it. You're just doing it. He goes, yeah. Okay. How much is that going to cost us to do? He looks at me and I said, we got 3 phones on this provider, mm-hmm. and none of them were paid off. Oh. And they're going to give us a gift card, but it's not going to be for the full amount. Oh. And I started walking him through why this wasn't going to be our best decision at this point.
Right. Notice the key word, at that point. This was about 6 months ago. No, about a year ago.
And so Kevin called the guy and said, sorry, my wife overruled me. No.
It's just not going to work at this time. We just can't afford to.
He went and called and he agreed with me. There have been other times when he's disagreed with me. And trust me, I pout. I'm a pouter. I'm also a mumbler.
And
I told you so.
She
told you it wasn't going to work. Told you. I'm terrible. I'll be the first to admit it. But here's the thing. Mm-hmm. He's the head. He has final say.
One of the things that we do very well is you and I will talk about a situation and you'll give me scenario.
Okay, so here's the thing. And this works for our marriage because Kevin has a hard time processing. Mm-hmm. And so I have to process for him. I have to give him pros and cons. I have to say, okay, this is this and this and this and this. And I give him my thoughts and opinions, but I also give him the broad picture. Now, there have been times when he has said, you know what, thank you for all that, but I'm sticking to my original decision, and this is what we're doing. Fine, watch it fail. Those words come out of my mouth. People, I am not perfect. I am the most imperfect person there is.
That is now on recording.
It is. Shoot. But I say that about there's a reason I say that.
Yeah.
Because we're not on here. Okay, anyone who knows us, we have no degrees in anything. Well, early childhood education, but that was 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. But we
clearly do not have a degree in marriage.
We have a degree in dysfunction. But here's the thing. I have to trust him. Mm-hmm. And more importantly, I have to trust God. Mm-hmm. And if I am obedient and say, okay, now I have to say it, let me put it this way. If I'm saying it with grumbling and going, you're going to get wrong anyway, and it's going to end up, and I'm going to have to fix the stupid thing because you're not making the right decision, that's a flag. Mm. Your attitude sucks. Get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm speaking from, so much experience. Mm-hmm. I have also seen when he has done something and I've cringed. I have cringed. And I have stuck behind him because at this point, that's all I can do.
Mhm.
And I have seen God bless us, not because he made a mistake,
Mhm.
but because I was willing to keep my mouth shut. Basically, that's what it came down to. I was willing to keep my mouth shut and support him in his decision and honor my husband.
So probably about 4 months ago, 4 or so months ago, you came to me, you called me, and I was up in Dahlonega, and she says, God convicted me today. And I went, oh, okay. And she says,
For the record, I don't remember this right now, so he's got something on me.
It was about the bills.
Oh, yes.
And Robyn's been paying the bills
For 20 some odd
20
years.
some odd years. And
Robyn doesn't let anyone touch the bills.
Robyn has a C problem. Yeah.
Issue. I have no issue saying I have a control issue. I have a control issue.
So she handed me the reins of the bills a few months ago and cringed as she did it.
Mm-hmm.
And
can I say this?
Oh, go.
God has blessed us for it.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
My obedience, he has done a really good job. And like I said, he has issues with things. He's come to me and goes, Robyn, help me understand why this isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, because you did this twice. He goes, oh, okay. Or because of this. Or he called me and goes, okay, I have everything but this paid.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, it's my credit card. I said, but doesn't our child still owe you another $100? He goes, he does. I said, well, then that can go towards my credit card. He goes, thank you.
Well, and there's been other scenarios where we've had bills all due close together, and the mortgage is right in the middle of that. And so I've had to sit back and go, okay, God, help this work. I know it's going to work, but show me how.
So not being obedient and not being willing are also flags that can really hurt your marriage. And we've talked a lot. We've had fun with this episode. We've talked about some big flags. We'd love to hear, and they do not have to be serious. They do not have to be serious. In fact, we would love to hear some of the funny red flags that you guys deal with. Some of the things that
put it in comments. What flags do you guys deal with in marriage?
It could be as funny as who's going to change the baby's diaper. It's a red flag when he won't change the baby diaper. It can be, when she always wins at card games. Of course, I did lose this last time. I noticed you haven't asked me since then, by the way. Just saying. Anyway, a flag would not being to subscribe
or to like
or to share our podcast.
Thanks for hopping on.
Until next time.